Over the last few years, my CrabCon presentations centered around our origin story and the hermit crabs I encounter on a regular basis. But what about the wild hermit crabs of the Florida Keys that I don't see? Welcome to Living Off the Grid, the fascinating world of hermit crabs in human-free environments. A bit of Keys history. 130,000 years ago, all of southern Florida was covered by shallow sea. Lines of reef formed along the edge of the submerged Florida platform, stretching from the current Miami area all the way down to the Dry Tortugas. The Keys are essentially exposed portions of ancient coral reef. The Keys were originally inhabited by the Calusa and Tequista tribes and were chartered by Ponce de Leon in 1513. De Leon named the islands Los Martres, otherwise known as the Martyrs, because they look like suffering men from a distance, which you can't quite blame them. Key is actually derived from the Spanish word cayo, meaning small island. The Keys were long accessible only by water, and we'll explore 2 such keys where wild hermit crabs are living off the grid. Our first adventure is going to take us to Dove Key. Dove Key is between Key Largo and Rodriguez Key. Let's go. Here we are, Dove Key. Start to see there's areas over there for us we're gonna try to go ashore over here. We had a friend tell us that her fiance and family used to come out here and camp at night. When they were boys, they didn't live very far away. They would just take their kayaks and come over here. So it is secluded. Dove Key is right off of regular Key Largo. Nobody lives on this. It is part of the Florida National Marine Sanctuary. So we're gonna go check it out and see what we can see. Wish us luck. Say hi, Brian. Hi, Brian. All right, let's get over to that key. We brought some shells with us from Happy Crabitat. Thank you so much, Amy Wilson. Let's get that paddleboard down, head over to the key, and let's see what all we can find. Okay, we made it. We took the paddleboard in. No one died. The boat's out there. And sure enough, as soon as we get here, there's looks like a little sea urchin. And oh, there's another one. I saw another one. There's a tulip shell right there. And where did my other tulip shell go? So remember how I said tulip shells are native to the area. When visitors come to visit, this would be something that they would try to take. So there's a live tulip in there. We'll let him go. But this is a future home for a hermit crab. Go on, buddy. Future home for a marine hermit crab. Nice looking shell. And also, these are snails that are also future homes for hermit crabs that exist here on Dove Key. Put those back. Here's another tulip shell. You can see them, the actual snail. There you go. This is good population here. I was really happy with what I was starting to find already. Tulip shells, astrids, nereids, and oh, I even found what looked like a small stone crab claw. But this was really encouraging. I knew we were going to find land hermit crabs. A marine hermit crab living in a nerite shell.
Snails around here.
So this is a land hermit crab. Look at him. He's just walking around in the salt water. Hey, buddy. Watch where you're walking. Let's speed this adventure up. Let's go inland a little bit more. Oh wait, look what I found. There's a guy. Open shell. You're right. Look at that beautiful color. We found this really neat cross inland, not sure what it belongs to. This is where we were on Dove Key, and this is where you can see where Dove Key lies between Key Largo and Rodriguez Key. We climbed all over inside and never found the huge cast of crabs I was hoping to find. I decided to go ahead and leave some of the shells from Happy Crabitat here, and we're going to have to go back to the island and check them out again to see if anybody has taken up residence in them. Back to shore, I came across this. I wasn't quite sure what I was looking at. Definitely was a land hermit crab, and it definitely looked like he was trying to get into another shell. So I took a little video, took some pictures, decided to give him a couple shells beside him to see if he would move into them, and then he decided to walk away. But that's when I saw this. I actually interrupted a shell jacking between a land hermit crab and a marine hermit crab. Because I interrupted, the marine hermit crab was able to get away. Is that a crab living in a piece of grass? You can't see that.
Oh, this one has been tough too.
I can't believe a marine hermit crab was living in this. It's crazy what they choose to live in. Brian called me over to show me this bigger guy that he found. We tried to offer some shells, but of course he just wasn't interested. It was still fun to follow him along. I'm sure he was wondering what all these people are doing on his island. Let's see how big he is. It's a good sized color too. Very. This is untouched really by man, other than occasional kayakers coming through here. Of course the bird trying to get a meal. This land belongs to the animals. Marine hermit crabs. Let's keep exploring. I would find a couple little cuties like this guy here, follow him along for a little bit, catch some video, and then I thought I really need to go back inshore a little bit more to see if I can find a couple more hermit crabs. You just never know if you just keep exploring. There was this guy here. He was kind of cute. I love the red color of his legs. You can hear all the background of all of the other motorboats and stuff like that, but here, this was totally his world. Oh, a mangrove tree crab. Check this guy out. Isn't he beautiful? I feel like I could spend all day long watching him looking for hermit crabs and other crabs. These guys are super cute. Oh, there's my other hermit crab coming around to see me. It's really fun to sit and watch these guys and record them in their natural environment. Here they are, completely off the grid, free of the humans, even though you can hear them passing by in their boats and stuff out there. They live on the place where mangroves hold the island together. Their roots reach downward to the land. And that's what creates this island. Hold on to your seat, guys. Check this out. As long as there's tulip shells for wild hermit crabs to find, they'll be fine. They'll be able to upsize on their own. I flipped this guy over to get a better view as far as what was going on, and oh my goodness, look at this. Another land crab marine hermit crab shell jacking. So this is twice now I've seen this. I tossed some bigger shells down, or some smaller shells down for this little guy, and as soon as the land hermit crab released, look who came out. So land hermit crabs and marine hermit crabs are fighting the same shells. Brian, this is fantastic. So I did put a couple other shells out for them. It's clear the land hermit crab wants the marine hermit crab shell. The marine guy is like, I don't think so. So he's walking away. So then what does marine hermit crab do? He's leaving. He's leaving. I really wish you guys were there with me to see this. It was absolutely incredible. All right, next up on our adventure, Indian Key. Indian Key was once the most important island of the Florida Keys. This 11-acre island was surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean and located about a mile offshore of Matacumbe Key. Today, the island is home of the Indian Key Historic State Park. However, on August 7, 1840, the island was the site of the southernmost Indian attack of the Seminole War. Populated by fewer than 50 people on the day of the attack, 6 people were killed in what is generally referred to as the Indian Key Massacre. Today, visitors of Indian Key can explore the remnants of the storied past, wandering the ruins of the once vibrant community, and surrounded by lush tropical foliage. However, we have visited the Key twice now in search of hermit crabs. This is our first story as we explore the island. All right, we found some Hermes. I'm videoing. You guys, oh, where'd he go? Look,
Little one.
there are little ones right there.
Oh my.
Okay.
There's 2 there.
Hi guys. And then there's
there,
another
2
one
there.
right there. Where else? Oh, there's another one right there. He went, and another one there. Oh, we found some. And there's more back in here too. Look at you guys. Hi. We should leave you shells.
1, 2.
Oh, hi. Look at all of these.
Look at that large skin of something.
Look at that. Look at all of them just sitting here hanging out. Look at you all.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, another iguana.
Hi, buddy. This was better than we could have dreamed. I couldn't imagine seeing all of these hermit crabs sitting here hanging out in the exact same area. We saw all sorts of them, and of course we did bring shells up for them, but it didn't take long for us to see that these shells were going to be way too big. This hermit crab population out here was much smaller than we could ever imagine, and that's because they were restricted to neorites. They were restricted to the smaller shells that they have available here for them. This is a honeycomb shell. So this is a native tree snail that you will find. So there's actually a snail living in this one. This is an example of what our little guys would have available to them as a resource. So of course, any shells that we brought for them had to be way smaller. We went through the bag and we picked out a few that we thought could potentially fit them, and that's what we left there for them. These guys were just so tiny, and of course I was beyond ecstatic to see all of these Hermes living here off the grid. All right, fast forward 6 months. We went back out to Indian Key. I had no idea what we were going to find. Was it going to be the same as what we were out there last time? Are there going to be all these hermit crabs living in the wild? I don't know. I was excited to go back out there to see if all of our shells were going to be gone and what we were going to find. And here is our next adventure. So this is Indian Key. There used to be a settlement here a long time ago. This is the main area where it used to be a town center, town square. So nobody's lived on this island for a long time. This used to be the county seat for Monroe County. Indians attacked the island a long time ago. I don't have the exact year. I'll throw it up on the screen whenever I do the footage. But this is where I come to find the hermit crabs that were over in that area. All right, here is where we found all of those hermit crabs last time, and I don't see, there were so many. Come on guys, where are you? Oh no.
This is where you dumped shells last time, right?
Yeah. And I don't see any. Okay, so I sat here and I even, no, right here. Come on, guys. Oh, I see you. I see one. All right, hold on, I'm gonna have to. So here's one hermit crab found in the exact same area where we put all of those other shells. As you can tell, his shell that he's in is a nearite shell. So that's native to our area, and it's definitely, he's too big for it. So he needs new shells. I did bring some, so we will place them out. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I can find some more of your friends, buddy. I was so disappointed. Where did they all go? Fast forward 6 months, was it a change in season? Are they all molting? What's going on? Buddy, you need a bigger shell. Aw. I'm gonna put some out for you. Such a mystery. We went ahead and put some shells out, and I kept looking around for more hermit crabs, but I don't know. So you try to figure out why the hermit crabs are in this area, and I think I just figured out why, because this tree is pretty amazing. You see all the knots and holes and everything with it, how it grows its roots into the ground. I'm gonna have to find the name of it. I think it's probably a banyan tree. But look at this. That is fresh water. Must be left over from rain or from wherever it came from. But hermit crabs need also fresh water to survive, so that has to be why they hang here. We decided to go ahead and explore the island some more. We decided to check along the shorelines. Of course, we found nearites. I think this is a bleeding tooth. But nothing. There were no more wild hermit crabs anywhere than what we just found. So this is sea grape. This is also something native that you guys know hermit crabs like to forage in. Of course, looking around down at the leaves, I don't see any hermit crabs, but it's a sea grape leaf. We looked all along the shorelines and nothing. There was just nothing. This is the same place where we found the baby hermit crabs last time. This time around, all we saw were little sergeant majors playing in tide pools, little tide pools of regular snails, but no hermit crabs. Frustrated, we decided to go ahead and go back up to the tree where we found them originally. I was going to go ahead and place the shells out there. This way, at least, whatever was still hanging out in the area will be able to come and find them. There very clearly was quite a few Hermes, sitting up there with broken shells, with shells that are way too small for them. So we'll set out what we have for this population and let them go through and take them again. And we'll just have to come back again in a few more months, see if our shells are gone and if the Hermes are back where the tree is. Thank you for traveling along with us. That concludes our presentation of Living Off the Grid, the fascinating world of hermit crabs in a human-free environment. Stay tuned if you're not following us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and check out our website over the next few months or the next year. We'll definitely go back to Dove Key and Indian Key, and also pay another visit to Molasses Key, which I shared in our 2023 presentation. All right. Thank you all very much. Have a great CrowdCon 2024.